My child, listen. For I have seen the hearts of men grow dim as candles in a storm, their light flickering upon walls built from fear and deception. I have called to them in the wind, in the whisper between their thoughts, in the stillness before they sleep, yet few have turned their ear to me. They search for me in temples built of stone and gold, but I am not there. I am in the breath that sustains them, in the sorrow that softens their pride, in the hand that reaches for mercy when the world turns cold. I tell you now, I have loved you before you were formed, before the rivers carved the valleys and the stars were flung into the heavens. My love was the first fire that spoke existence into being. Yet there are those who would cover this light, who would twist what is holy and make the truth appear as darkness. They build kingdoms of noise to drown the whisper of my spirit, and they clothe lies in garments of reason so that many follow, thinking themselves wise. But I, the Eternal One, see beneath every veil. You have asked, why does the truth hide from us, Lord? Hear me, the truth has never hidden itself, it is men who turn their faces away. The truth burns too brightly for eyes accustomed to the shadow. And yet I do not condemn them, for I know the frailty of the heart, how easily it bends beneath fear and hunger. Still, my truth will not remain buried. What is spoken in secret shall be shouted from the rooftops, what is concealed in darkness shall be revealed in light. For I am stirring the foundations of the earth, and every false wall will crumble. Do not fear the shaking, for though it trembles the ground beneath your feet, it is the shaking of awakening. Many will weep when the veil is torn, for they will see that what they trusted was a mirage, and what they despised was me. But my mercy will be greater than their grief, for I will gather them as a mother gathers her children from the storm. My love does not tire, even of those who curse my name, my love remains when every promise of man has turned to dust. There are those among you who speak in my name but do not know me. They wear garments of holiness but their hearts are far from my spirit. They preach comfort when I have called for repentance, they sell hope when I have offered grace freely. I do not dwell in markets of religion, nor in the towers of pride. I dwell in the humble, in the broken-hearted, in the silent prayer of one who has nothing left but a whisper. There, I am. There, I speak. There, I am heard. My child, do not be deceived by the noise of the world. The truth you seek is not hidden by me, it is hidden by those who fear losing power when my light shines upon them. They have rewritten the story of love to serve their own hunger. But love, true love, cannot be rewritten. It burns eternal, untamed, beyond the grasp of those who would chain it to their doctrines. I am that love, and I am coming to reclaim what has been distorted. You wonder, Lord, why do you allow deceit to live so long among us? I tell you, because I am patient. The wheat and the weeds grow together until the appointed time, that none may say I acted in haste. Yet the time draws near when I will separate truth from falsehood, light from shadow, heart from mask. Then shall the world know that I was never silent, it was they who stopped listening. Look around you, my child. The earth groans with the weight of lies. Nations call evil good and good evil. They trade souls for silver and call it progress. They wage war in my name and say they defend peace. They build idols of glass and light, glowing in every hand, through which they speak but seldom hear. And still, I am there, waiting. My voice is not in the thunder of their debates but in the quiet moment when their hearts break under the burden of their own noise. I am calling you to see with new eyes, to look beyond what is shown. The truth is not found in the crowd's approval, but in the quiet conviction that burns within you, that still, small voice that will not let you bow to what you know is false. That voice is mine. Do not silence it for the comfort of men. For soon the light of truth will sweep through the nations like dawn across the sea, and every hidden motive shall be revealed. Those who built upon deception shall find their towers sinking into sand. But you, my beloved, fear not. For I have written your name upon my heart, and I will not forget you when the world trembles. When the proud fall and the hidden is exposed, you shall stand in the shelter of my presence. Though the fires of revelation burn around you, they shall not consume you. You were not made for fear, but for love, and love is stronger than the grave. I tell you truly, I am not far from any who seek me. I am nearer than breath, deeper than thought, wider than the sky. I am the truth that cannot be silenced. And though many have tried to bury me beneath tradition, argument, and deceit, I rise in every heart that dares to believe that love is real, that mercy endures, that hope is not a lie. Be still now, my child. For the truth that will shake the nations begins first in the quiet of one soul who hears my voice and says, "Yes, Lord." You are that soul. And though you may feel small and unseen, your obedience opens doors no man can close. The tide of my purpose flows through the humble, not the mighty. Through the faithful, not the famous. Through those who dare to love when the world tells them to hate. Prepare your heart, for the days ahead will test what is real. But fear not, for I am love, and I am with you. My child, the night deepens before the dawn, and so it is now upon the earth. Many walk in the twilight between truth and illusion, not knowing which is which. They see shadows and call them light because the darkness has been their companion for so long. But I tell you, the morning approaches, and no lie can endure its coming. Every secret deed, every hidden word, every motive buried beneath the mask of goodness shall be revealed. For I am the one who sees through the skin of appearances and weighs the intentions of the heart. You have heard it said that love is blind. But my love sees all and still embraces. I do not turn away from the broken, I draw near to them. I see the flaws you hide even from yourself, and I call them not shame but soil, soil where my mercy grows. You do not need to pretend before me. For what is hidden from man is open before my gaze, and I do not look upon you with wrath, but with compassion. My justice burns against deceit, not against those who have been deceived. There are powers in this world that twist truth like vines around the heart. They speak peace but sow division. They preach freedom but bind with fear. They offer light but it blinds the eyes from seeing me. My child, they are the merchants of illusion, and their greatest craft is to make men doubt love itself. For if love is questioned, hope withers, and without hope, the soul forgets how to see. But I am stirring hearts that have slept too long beneath the lullaby of lies. I am awakening prophets in places where no one thought to look, among the ordinary, the unnoticed, the outcast. They will not wear crowns nor robes of power. They will not sit upon thrones of influence. Their authority will be the fire in their eyes and the truth upon their tongues. They will speak and the proud will scoff, but the humble will hear and rise. I tell you now, there is a war not of swords but of voices, truth and deception clashing in every heart. This battle is not fought on the fields of nations but within the chambers of thought. The enemy does not seek to destroy your body but your belief, for once belief dies, even the living walk as the dead. But my spirit moves across the earth, whispering life where despair has claimed dominion. My word is the seed, and though the world has tried to bury it, it will break the soil again and bloom in power. The truth that men have hidden concerns more than the rise and fall of kings or the secrets of their empires. It is this, that I have never left them. That I walk still among them, not as myth nor memory, but as presence. They have taught many that I am distant, that I watch from far away, that I have sealed the heavens. But I tell you, the heavens are not sealed, it is the hearts of men that are closed. I knock upon those doors still, waiting for them to open, that I might dine with them again. There are those who claim to speak for me but they speak their own will, and there are those who say I am silent when I am shouting through creation itself. The mountains declare my majesty, the oceans my depth, the stars my promise, yet they look to the noise of men and say, God is gone. I have not gone, I have not hidden, but I have waited for the hearts of my children to grow weary of falsehood, to cry out once more for what is real. And when they do, the shock shall come, for they will see that I have been nearer than their breath, dwelling not in heaven alone but in their very midst. The revelation will tear veils of religion and pride, and the world will weep, not because I am cruel, but because they will see how long they have lived without listening. but I will not condemn them. My mercy will rush like a river, washing the eyes of those blinded by the glare of false light. Hear me, my child. Many speak of coming storms, of judgment and fear, but few understand my heart. The shaking is not to destroy but to awaken. I do not delight in wrath, I delight in renewal. What I break to heal. What I expose to free. The world fears exposure, but truth is not your enemy. It is the dawn after a long night. And yes, it burns the eyes at first, but it brings life to all it touches. Do not be afraid when the things men trusted fall apart. Do not cling to the systems that crumble. For I am making all things new, not with the tools of men but with the breath of eternity. Those who hold to the lie will call truth chaos, and those who love the truth will be called rebels. But I tell you, the true rebels are those who resist love, for love is the law of my kingdom, and all else shall fade like mist. I have seen your tears, my child. I have heard the silent prayers you spoke when no one else could hear. You thought I was far, but I was in that very room, catching each tear as it fell, planting it as seed for joy to come. The pain you carried was not in vain, it has become a vessel for compassion, and compassion is the language of my heart. Those who have suffered much will understand me best, for they have looked into the abyss and found light still shining there. Soon the winds of revelation will sweep through the hearts of men. What was built on sand will fall, and what was built on love will stand unshaken. Do not fear this change. For I am not coming to take away what is good, but to burn away what is false so the good may shine brighter. My truth is fire, but it purifies, my love is storm, but it clears the sky. Let it come. Let it move through you as through the world. You will see many cry out in confusion, saying, "We did not know. We were told another way." And I will say to them, "You were never far from me." For even in their wandering, I walked beside them. Even in their rebellion, my mercy whispered. Even when they built walls of doubt, I was the foundation beneath their feet. The truth they feared was never meant to harm them, it was meant to set them free. So hold fast, my child. The time of unveiling is upon you. Do not tremble at what is revealed, for only what is false will perish. You were born for this hour, to stand, to love, to see clearly when others close their eyes. And when the light breaks through, when love unmasks the lie, you will understand, I was never far. I was always here. My child, the hour approaches when truth shall walk openly among men again, and those who have loved the shadow will tremble at its brightness. Do not think this is a day of despair, it is a day of mercy clothed in thunder. For though the wind shall tear down what men have built on deceit, the soil beneath shall breathe again, free from the weight of corruption. I have not forgotten the cries of the humble, nor the injustice that has silenced the pure. Every tear has a voice, and I have heard them all. There is a fire moving through creation, not a fire that consumes, but a fire that reveals. It will pass through hearts, through nations, through the very thoughts of those who lead and those who follow. And where it passes, nothing false shall endure. For I am truth, and truth cannot be hidden beneath appearances forever. The time of concealment is over. Those who have profited from lies will find their riches turned to dust, and those who have hidden cruelty behind smiles of virtue will be known for what they are. Yet even for them, my mercy remains open, if they will but turn. You ask, Lord, how can love and judgment dwell together? Hear me, child, judgment is not the opposite of love, it is love refusing to permit destruction any longer. It is the moment when the shepherd drives out the wolves. It is the surgeon's blade that cuts only to heal. You fear the fire, yet it comes to set you free. For what is impure in you cannot live in eternity, and eternity longs for you. I do not desire your perfection, only your surrender. When you yield to love, you yield to truth, and in that truth, all that is false dissolves. I tell you, there are songs written before time began, songs of light that long to be sung again through human lips. Each soul carries a note of that song, a frequency of my own being. Yet the noise of the world has deafened many, and their song has grown faint. But I am restoring harmony. I am awakening remembrance. My spirit moves like wind through dry bones, calling life where there was silence, calling song where there was only sorrow. And the earth will tremble, not in fear, but in recognition of what it was always meant to be. The hidden truth, the one many fear, is this: you were never meant to be servants of fear, slaves of systems, or wanderers lost in guilt. You were made to walk in communion, not religion, not ritual, but living union with me. Men have built doctrines as walls, but I built the heart as a door. They say, you must climb to heaven, but I say, heaven has already descended to you. For the kingdom is within you, not in temples or towers, not in those who claim ownership of my word. It breathes in your chest, it whispers in your conscience, it burns in your compassion. My child, do not let them tell you that you are small. You are my image, my echo in flesh, my dwelling place. When you love, you reveal me more clearly than any sermon. When you forgive, you manifest my power more than any miracle of the senses. You think the world has grown dark, but the darkness is only the shadow cast by the rising of a new light. The enemy fears this light, not because it destroys, but because it awakens. A world awakened in love cannot be controlled by fear. The ones who have hidden the truth do not fear religion, they fear love. For religion can be twisted to bind, but love sets free without price. They fear when hearts begin to see that I do not live behind their altars, but in every breath of the living. They fear when one soul realizes that they can speak to me without permission, without mediator, without the weight of shame. For that soul becomes uncontrollable by the designs of men, and one free soul can awaken 1,000 more. Listen, my beloved, you will hear rumors, voices crying, the end has come. But I say to you, it is not the end, it is the beginning of renewal. The old must die so the true may live. Do not measure my plan by the chaos you see, measure it by the peace that grows in you despite the chaos. That peace is me, living proof that love remains sovereign even when the world trembles. And yet, I weep for those who will not hear. I stretch out my hands all day long to those who mock and reject, and still I call them mine. They have been lied to, told that I am wrath without mercy, or distance without touch. No, I am the father who waits on the road for the prodigal, the mother who will not forget her child though the world scorns her. My hands are scarred not by failure, but by love that would rather bleed than let you go. Soon, the shock of truth will spread, that I have been among you in the faces you ignored, in the poor, in the stranger, in the one you called unworthy. I was there when you wept alone, when you cursed heaven, when you doubted everything. I did not turn away, I drew closer. The truth that will astonish the proud is that I was never absent. Those who sought me only in power will weep when they find me in compassion. Those who claimed ownership of my name will find that I am free, uncontained, unstoppable. Hold on to love, my child. Let it be your compass through this unveiling. The days ahead will blur the line between what is seen and unseen, and many will lose heart. But love will anchor you. When fear shouts, answer with kindness. When lies spread, answer with patience. When despair darkens the path, remember, the fire that burns within you is mine. You are not alone in the storm, you are the storm's calm center, for I dwell in you. The time comes when all nations will pause, as though the breath of the earth itself holds still. In that silence, they will hear again what was spoken in the beginning, let there be light. And that light will not be of sun or moon, but of hearts awakened, of souls remembering who they are. Then the world will know I was love, I am love, I will always be love. My beloved child, the river flows now toward its end, yet its waters do not cease, they are gathered into the great sea of eternity, where all things are made new. So it shall be with this age, and with you. What begins in trembling shall end in glory. What was whispered in secret shall be sung by angels. What was hidden by men shall rise, radiant and unstoppable, like the morning that no darkness can delay. I have walked with you through the valley of confusion, through the cities of noise where truth was bought and sold. I have seen the burdens you carried, the weight of unanswered prayers, the ache of love unmet. Hear me now, not a moment of that pain was wasted. Every wound became a door through which my light could enter. Every tear watered the soil of new beginnings. You thought yourself abandoned, yet I was the breath that kept you from breaking. Even when you doubted me, I believed in you, for I know the ending that you cannot yet see. The world speaks of endings as loss, but I speak of endings as birth. The caterpillar cannot imagine the sky, yet when it surrenders, it finds wings. So it is with you, and so it is with all creation. The cocoon of illusion cracks, and though it feels like death, it is the first cry of freedom. The truth long buried beneath centuries of fear will stretch its limbs and breathe again. For I am not coming as a distant ruler, but as the dawn within you, the awakening of love that was never gone, only forgotten. You will see wonders, but not as you expect. The greatest miracle will not be fire from heaven or stars falling from their courses, it will be hearts turning back to love. Children will speak wisdom that silences kings. The poor will lift their heads and see their worth. The weary will laugh again, for hope will no longer be rumor but reality. This is the hour of the return, not of destruction, but of reunion, heaven and earth embracing once more. For I am making my dwelling with you, not above you, not beyond you, but within you. You wonder, Lord, what is the truth they have hidden? Hear it clearly now, for this is the revelation that will shake the world. You are not separate from me. The lie that has chained humanity is the illusion of distance, the teaching that you must earn what was freely given, climb to reach what already fills you, search outside for what was placed within. You were told that I am beyond the stars, watching from afar, but I am the pulse in your chest, the thought that calls you toward kindness, the spark that stirs when you choose to love. That is the secret they feared you would discover, for one who knows they are one with me cannot be controlled by fear. I am not a god of walls but of horizons. I did not create religion, I created relationship. The temples, the rituals, the names, these are shadows of a greater reality, love itself. And love needs no permission, no translation, no authority but its own being. When you love, you are in prayer. When you forgive, you are in worship. When you give, you speak my language. When you see me in another, you reveal the truth that was hidden from the foundation of the world. Now the veil lifts. The voices that shouted separation will fade, and the whisper of union will swell like a tide. Men will search for me in the heavens, and I will smile, for I am already in their hearts. They will ask, "Where is God?" and I will answer, "Here, between you." When a stranger is fed, when an enemy is forgiven, when a wounded soul is embraced, there I am. This is the revelation that will heal nations, the truth that will humble empires, that I am not far away, and I have never been. I am the same voice that called to you before time began. I am the same light that guided your steps when you knew not where to go. I am the same presence that will receive you when your journey ends and your breath returns to me. You are part of me, and I am all of you. This is the mystery that no tongue can fully speak, yet every soul was born to remember. And when the remembering comes, it will feel not like learning something new, but like waking from a dream and realizing you were home all along. So rise, beloved. Walk no longer as one seeking, but as one found. Speak love into every wound you see. Let forgiveness be the fire on your lips. Let compassion be your weapon and truth your armor. For you are not merely a witness to my work, you are my work, my song, my reflection. Through you, the world shall remember me. Listen closely, child. When you feel the world grow cold, do not despair. It is the breath before renewal. When you see deceit exposed, do not gloat, pray, for the deceived are also my children. When you hear rumors of endings, remember, the end is my beginning. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the heartbeat that spans all ages. Nothing is lost that love holds. Nothing dies that truth remembers. Nothing falls that I cannot raise again. Now I speak peace to your heart. The war within you ends not by victory, but by surrender, surrender to love. Let it reign where fear once ruled. Let it light the places you still hide. For when you know that I love you completely, nothing remains to defend. You will walk as one free, and that freedom will heal more than your life, it will ripple through generations. Go, my beloved, and be the light that reveals. Be the voice that comforts. Be the truth that awakens. For the world is not ending, it is remembering. And you are part of that remembering. You are the dawn rising over the long night. You are the echo of my eternal yes. And when you stand at last before me, though you will realize I was never apart from you, I will say, "Welcome home." And you will answer, "I was home all along." For I am love. I am truth. I am the God who hides only to be found. And now, my child, you see, I have loved you always, and I love you still.